Okay. So let's get back to it. So they're not two peas in a pod. That just means like it's a nice way of saying that they're very similar or they go well together. But this case, they're saying not just on the ice. They're not just really, really good. What's it called? Defense together, right, on the ice. But they're also like really good friends off the ice. They go to dinner together. They hang out together. It's not just on the ice.
叫他们妈妈弄一个起来炒一下，炒青菜哦。They play so well together and would have to say that they are the best D pair in the world.
Again, they're just reiterating. These two are the best women in the world for defense. Not forwards. They're not good at being a forward, but they are the best defense in the world. Better than America or Russia or anything like that.
Foster was one of the Toronto three Macquarie Fair urgent signings in September, along with forwards such Nurse and Bradley's Tribe over 3 year days, so say in Toronto long team.
When they say 3 McQuee's free agent signing, basically saying that these are new players and they don't have a contract with anyone. Like, I'm not trading Ottawa for it, or I'm not trading Montreal to get these players. These people don't have a contract, so anyone can get them. And Toronto has the money, so Toronto got them first. But they only got a 3-year deal. So for these 3, which are like the 3 best players, these 2 forwards and fast defense, they only got them for 3 years. So in 2026, they could leave Toronto or they could stay, but they would get to do a different contract. Yeah, that's all. She said.
She's somebody that so easy to play with. No question said about her about her departure. She's always in the right positions. She better her butt off, so life always enjoyed playing with her. Very happy that we're on the some play team together.
Yeah. So she, again, the older one, right? The French lady, she's saying she's so fast, is so easy to play with. She's always in the right spot. So like, I know where to pass the puck and she'll get it and everything will be good. She's never in a bad spot where like that people just get a breakaway and can score on us. And when they say she battles her butt off, that just means like she works really, really hard. Yeah. Like she's always trying her best to be number 1, right? And so, of course, if that's all the case, right, she's working really hard, she's always in the right spot. Yeah, I'm glad we're on the same team, right?
When it comes time for the largest defeat, Lockwell could have been the slide by any team, and she said she would have been happy to play anywhere.
Yeah. So basically, at the beginning of the season, right, the way it works in hockey is we do a draft first to find out what's the Toronto team, what's the Ottawa team. The draft is like we look at all the players from last year and the new players, and then we pick who we want and we give them money and be like, okay, I'll give you $1 million if you come to my team, or I'll give you $2 million, or blah, 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 right? But draft is not just about money. It's also about fairness. So like, for example, if your team did really bad last year, you get first pick because your team's not good and we need your team to get better so that each team gets better and so that it's kind of even, right? Because if one team is always winning, Toronto, because it has all the money, Ottawa is always down here, then that's kind of boring to watch. So if we give Ottawa some better and better players, then all of a sudden, oh, now Toronto's losing. Now we kind of go back and forth, and we kind of do that. That's very common with hockey. And so basically, she's just saying, I would have been happy to play anywhere. Ottawa, Toronto, Montreal, Edmonton, whatever. But
Toronto was her first choice, and that's the ex-County where she ended up.
yeah, so she would have played anywhere, but Toronto's her favorite. Maybe she's from Toronto, I don't know. Or maybe she just really likes Toronto. So she really likes Toronto. She'll go to Ottawa, she'll go to Montreal, she doesn't care, but Toronto number one. Yeah. And she's went to Toronto. So yeah, good for her. Reunited at the draft, basically saying that these two players for the Canadian team got to come back together when they did the draft for Toronto.
Toronto, Jim Gaynor, Kingsbury slighted the 35-year-old from
Saint Anne, Manitoba.
With the drafted second overall pick.
So GM means general manager, meaning the leader of the team, right? Like the coach. They are the person who tells the players what to do. We're going to practice. They're not a player themselves. They'll be like 60 years old or whatever, but they'll be the one telling everyone what to do and organizing things. And the GM is the person who decides, oh, we want you, we want you, we want you, right? Stuff like that. So yeah, the GM, Gina, she picked the 35 from St. Anne, Manitoba, which is Lacroix. Because in Manitoba, there's a small French area near Winnipeg. So there's quite a bit of French people around there. So that's why her name is Lacroix, even though she's from Manitoba, not Quebec. Yeah. So yeah, she got her second overall pick. So good job.
And speaking to the reporters on the July 5th day, Ricard said she was excited by the prospect of being reunited with Fast.
So yeah, she's like, oh, me and Fast are on the same team now? Hey, we're going to be back together. We're really good friends. I'm excited. I can't wait to play with her. Yeah. Just like, ooh, let's play.
There's a comfort there, and I am excited we'll be on the same professional team together, she said in September.
Same idea, right? Like imagine you've played with your friend for 10 years in the same sport. It's probably going to be very fun and comfortable to play with that person, right? Rather than someone new, right? Because you played with them so long. So yeah, she's just like, I'm happy. This one, immediate bond, build old relationship. So again, these people are like, ooh, new relationships and old relationships. We're going to make new teams. So that should be interesting. And again, the women's hockey released 72 game schedule. So in the normal season, there's 72 games you have to play. So that's quite a lot. But yeah, looks good.
Local later signed a 3-year contract with Toronto, giving head coach Tori
Ryan.
The opinion told the law allow AB the best the shut down defense player in the new launch.
Because Fast got a 3-year contract and Lacroix got a 3-year contract. Toronto basically has the best defense for 3 years, right? So Toronto is probably going to be one of the hardest teams to score on for the next 3 years. Great. Yeah.
He displayed their chemistry
Chemistry.
as the unmatched.
Basically saying that these two people working together, like Lacroix and Fast might not be the best defensemen, but when they work together, they're better than anyone else. So like maybe it's Erin that's the best defenseman, but only by herself. But when she's with someone else, it's not as good. But with Fast and Lacroix, boom, best people. Yeah.
They are so difficult to play against defensively. He said, but they just problem solve everything. You are on the beach with them. You just see them constantly constantly discussing things and working those problem.
Yeah. So they're going to be a difficult defense, right? But just problem solving anything, you should be able to kind of figure out working through problems, right? If you only play as a defense, right? They got the best defense in Toronto. Can you win a game without scoring? Not really, right? You have to score. And so they're basically just saying that we got the best defense, so they're not going to score on us, but we still need to figure out scoring on the team, enemy team, right? And again, this is Fast, I think. No, Lacroix.
You like the list?
Anyways, growing their games, meaning just making it more popular.
Noyan has been impressed with how both have the continued to grow even as the veterans, bringing their skill sets to the common path more offense.
Offense. So defense is protecting the goalie. Offense is trying to score. So Ryan is pretty impressed because, again, these two are really good at defense, stopping the people from scoring. But now these two are practicing like going up to score. So, yeah, they're doing even better now. They're hopefully going to be both scoring and defense. That'd be perfect, right? Perfect team players.
In the locals course, it was about separating the mistake to try to look for the more of unnecessary opportunities, something that they made is said by knowing faster is on the ice to handle the defensive warlock. It was passed from faster that led to request faster world
Championship.
championship goal in 2022.
Yep. So basically, the reason that they can focus on trying to score now is because if I know Fast is defending, I can go up and she can pass to me and I can try to score, or vice versa, right? Oh, I can get the defense. Fast, you go up and you try to score, right? So that's why they've started to switch to not just defense, but also to trying to score. Yeah. And they got their first goal in 2022.
On the Tuesday, Lorica Soccer Gail go in the Toronto's preseason loss against
Minnesota.
Minnesota.
Remember, when it comes to hockey, it's Canada and America, and it's the same league. So Toronto was versing Minnesota in America. Toronto lost. However, Lacroix still got a goal, so that's good, I guess. She got a goal, but they lost, so she needs to score more, I guess. Yeah.
Just believing that she does have something to officer of safety is all she needed to do. Ryan said the skills that she has on breakouts, the skills that she has defensively, they transfer of safely.
Offensively. Yeah. So basically saying she's a good defense, and all those skills of quickly getting back, stopping the other team, blah, 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 that can be the opposite way, right? You can take the puck from the defense of the other team and try to score, right? Like, so they go both ways. So the problem that Lacroix and Fast need to get in their brain is not just defense, 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 but also, hey, my defense could be offense and attack, right? This is just them together.
For both this week has been the first change to see how their Toronto team looks on the ice and how it stacks up the competition.
So this was the first game of the season, right? The preseason. And we're going to kind of see, is Toronto going to be a good team this year? Is Toronto going to be a bad team? How's Toronto going to do this year? We don't know. Let's find out.
It's the type of the enrollment faster said she hasn't expected since she graduated from the Clarkson University more than 7 years ago.
Yeah, so she hasn't been this excited, this fun since 7 years ago. Because when you graduated university, that would be like her first year in the professional hockey when it's like, oh, it's my first time here. I'm so excited. And yeah, 7 years later, she's also, again, back to like, ooh, I can't wait. She's back to being excited. Yeah.
Okay. For the record, it's moment she thought she might never see as the player. She started her professional career almost to this
20 years ago, or
20
close,
years
so 19, 18 years ago. Yeah.
on still started Calgary. Calgary overall extreme team in the Western Women's Hockey League, which eventually mated with the Canadian Women's Hockey League.
You probably will know this, but women's sports haven't been super popular around the world, right? So generally, for women's sports, they normally start small, like, oh, the west of Canada, the east of Canada, but eventually, as they get more and more popular, they come together and make a big one, right? That's essentially what happened. So she was just playing in the west, so like Alberta, Vancouver, Saskatchewan, Manitoba, and then once that got big enough, they joined with Ontario and Quebec, and so now they have the big one. And like I told you earlier, this lady, the older one, she's been playing for, again, almost 2 decades. So that probably means 19 years, 18 years. She's been playing a long time. Yeah. These two blue ones is just talking about how Emma is excited for Toronto. She thinks Toronto's going to be one of the best teams this year. And this story would just be about how it took 10 years to get the women's hockey to become a real thing. Because again, women's sports are not normally popular around the world. So it took 10 years for them to finally build the team. Almost done.
That legal fund in flooded in 2019 amid financial troubles and was never able to pay players are living a wage.
Basically saying, like I said earlier, women's sport doesn't make a lot of money because people don't watch it. And so back in 2019, when it like kind of first started, like they were paying the players like $20,000 a year, $30,000 a year, not a lot of money to play sports. Because if you think of the guys, they get paid millions of dollars, not 20,000. So back in 2019, it was pretty difficult, but nowadays it's a lot better because more people watch it now. Oh.
This week, as she stepped on the ice with Foster and her another Toronto teammates, things finally stated to fail low for the local.
Stepped on the ice fast and other Toronto teammates. Yeah, again, it's the name. No worries. Wait, are you reading this one or this one? It's supposed to be this one.
Oh no, la another.
Yeah. So yeah, basically they're just saying that this week finally feels like it's real because, like I said, 2019 they weren't making a lot of money, so it kind of still felt like a hobby for them. But nowadays they're actually getting good money now after 4 years, and so they're like, this is a real sport now. It's not just for fun. So they're like, woo.
I just feel so honored and blessed and grateful that I can be part of the first real league for the women local sense.
So again, she's at the end of her career, right? She's been playing for 18 years. She's at the end, right? So she's like, I'm so happy that I got to play for a pro team before I retire because I'm probably going to have to stop soon, right? She's getting too old. She probably will stop in 1 or 2 years. So she had a 3-year contract, so 3 years, right? So she's very happy that she got to at least play for real for Toronto. So she's like, yes, basically.
Those same two teams will face off again at Toronto Mattamy Athletic Centre on the January 1st when the PWH began its regular season.
Yeah, you forgot this one though.
Huh?
You didn't read this one.
Okay, Toronto played the final per-season game on the Thursday afternoon against New York.
So yeah, basically Thursday, so today, but in Canada, afternoon. So it'll be Friday for us. It'll be Thursday night for us.
Yeah, Canada late the 12 hours.
So it'll be midnight tonight is when they play their last preseason game. Remember, preseason is just for fun, just to get practice. So it doesn't mean anything yet. The real games, which is the next one, is January 1st. So the real games will be January 1st. The first team they play is Mattamy Athletic Center. New York. So they'll face New York. The same two teams. So New York will play again against Toronto for real on January 1st. So yeah, that's pretty exciting. So yeah, hockey is a very popular sport in Canada for sure. That's why I kind of picked that one so you could talk
You
about like
play the hockey or no? You play
oh yeah, I played a lot. That's why I got injured. My knees don't work very well because of hockey.
Oh, okay.
Because I was
Hockey.
playing hockey, right? I was skating, and in hockey you hit people, right? So a person hit me with my legs, and my knees hit the ground, they hit the ice, and I like broke my knees.
Playing the hockey in the another season, no.
Well, you can play it in other seasons, but it's expensive because remember a rink, right? Rink is that big building that has the ice. It can make a thing cold enough in the summer to have an ice rink in the summer, but it's very expensive. So normally September to
September to
April. No, probably May. Probably May.
Oh,
September to May.
Oh, September to April. 6 months.
Because
Same.
it's not as expensive in September, right? September, the temperature's going down. So maybe at the end of September, you can start playing. At the beginning of May, you can play, but at the end of May, you probably can't play. So yeah, you probably get about 6 months of hockey. And after that, it's just too hot. And again, all you have to do is make it frozen, but that's expensive. So it goes from being like, oh, let's pay $5 to play a game to like, let's pay $100 to play a game. Like it goes really expensive, right? So yeah, normally they get rid of.
Oh, you go to the here, you pay the money. Play the, you have want the teacher teach to me or no?
Well, it depends on what you pick. Like if you're just playing for fun, yeah, you just pay once and you play one day, right?
Oh.
But you could also do like a season and be like, hey, I want to learn all season. I will pay from October to March or something, and you'll pay like $1,000 or $2,000, a big amount, but for that whole months, right? And you'll play like four. It won't be $2,000. It'll be like $1,000, and you play from October to March, and you'll play like 3 times a week.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, you'll get a long time to play. Again, 3 times a week. Normally, it's 2 times on the weekend, 1 time during the week. So it'll be like a Wednesday and like Saturday, Sunday, or Friday, Sunday, or something like that. Yeah. My brother still plays, but for older people like my brother and you, they don't hit each other. They don't hit because people work, right? If I hurt you in hockey, you can't work. That's not good. So they play without hitting. You're not allowed to hit for my brother. Yeah.
Oh, you from okay. And when the most kids play or adults same.
Everyone plays. Yep.
Everyone.
I had skates on my feet when I was 3 years old. When I was 3 years old, I was on the ice. Yeah.
When you're 3 years old, you have played like this?
And I grabbed they get little metal things to hold on to, and I hold on to it and skate. Push, push, push. Yeah. So
Okay.
very normal.
Time now. We see you
after lunch.
Yep. See you.